Welcome to Dice Populi. This is Colin. I'm talking to you before the episode starts because once it does start, we don't want it to stop. So this breakaway will be extremely brief. First things first, you are listening to the finale of It Came in the Night, the last episode run by Ryan Mossbarger, which means in 2 weeks, I will be running another Above Board, a transition episode to get us to our next story arc. Before that, we're going to close out 2019 with a one-shot holiday special, and it will be full of surprises. And we're going to start 2020 fresh with the story Trouble in Paradise by Josh Palumbo, and believe me, it is a real treat. I want to remind people about our engagement campaigns. I know there are hundreds of you listening to this before December 2019, and if you guys can get us to 75 five-star Apple reviews by December, we will release It Came in the Night as a free adventure PDF for you to run and play on your own. I also want to shout out some awesome fan art and engagement that's been happening on our Twitter and Instagram, so please check those out. It is wonderful. Support those folks, and we'll talk about more about that in a future update, but I promise to be quick. Let me get out of your way so you can enjoy Dice Populi Chapter 10, Royal Blood.
Dear sister, it has been too long. Oh, so long. Oh, how I have missed you. And to think and to hear that you may have had some part to play in my horrible accident. I almost don't believe it. I'm so saddened by this. Dear sister, could it be true?
Do you believe us yet?
You are not my brother. You are in some foul... Attack this thing! And then at that point, we are going to roll initiative.
Sweet.
I'm not saying that I condone what Beastie Boy has done, but I like him more than his sister right now.
Yeah, no, fuck both of these people.
I got a 6.
Alright, I just gotta write some of this stuff out. I kind of drew this.
How big is the throne room? Like, what's the layout?
I believe it is about 50 feet wide by about 100 feet long. You guys are by the entrance, you and Locke. You're about 10 feet in front of the entrance, surrounded by guards. You are about 30 feet away from Bellerin. He's next to one guard, and there's another guard that had to roll out of the way of the throne that got thrown.
It was a throne.
So he's like 10 feet away. Allison Ricard is about 20 feet away from the beast.
How tall are the ceilings?
Tall. They're probably 30 feet tall. They're really tall ceilings. And then you, Edmund Blackwood, you were running around kind of like throwing down tapestries and stuff, trying to look. So I have you kind of like going towards your group to where I would assume there'd probably be some tapestries by the entrance, and you're kind of like starting there and going around the room. So I have you about 25 feet away from Bellerin. And you are about 15 feet away from your compatriots, to the right of them.
Okay.
So I got thugs, Allison. I got to roll for Dasan.
He's named after my least favorite bottled water.
Dasan. I mean, I suppose. I didn't think about it that way.
Dasani, not a sponsor. The worst bottled water. It just tastes like garbage.
So Bellerin's definitely going first. What did you guys roll for initiative?
6.
I have an unnatural 20. Nope, I take it back. I'm sorry. It's a 22.
Natural 1, so a 5.
Yeah. So you're at the bottom. Mm-hmm. The little bottom boy.
What?
Yes. You're a bottom boy.
It's called Power Bottom.
Power. So Bellerin goes first because he's a real cool guy. All right. So he kind of like, you see his all this pus start to rise up on his hand, and he smears it on the ground next to him. And anybody within 30 feet on their turn must make a Constitution saving throw. All right, it's finally time. I will claim what is mine. Guard, lay down your weapons and you may live. You see one guard just like peel off next to you guys and run away. Guard number 1 is fucking like, fuck this. But that is his turn. The defiling smear has been laid. Maeve.
Okay.
You were by the entrance. You were you're probably about 35 to 40 feet away.
How far am I from Edmund?
You're about 15 feet away.
And Locke is right next to me, correct?
Yeah, he's right in front of you. Yeah.
Cool. I'm
beside
going to twin enlarge reduce on the two of them, and
okay.
they both double in size, and you'll get a D4 added to your attacks.
Extra damage.
And you guys also have advantage on strength checks and saving throws.
Nice.
Dope.
That's a pretty good. So you guys are big boys now. As it happens, like your form lock gets much bigger. You are now like 13 or 14 feet tall, and you're large, and you actually push some of the guards away from you with your large form, and everything you're holding or carrying also grows, so now you're still wearing your dragon shit, so now there is a large camouflage dragon cosplayer. But yeah, that's a good. Do you have any other bonus things you want to do, or?
No, that's all I can do with my action right now.
Okay.
Looks like Bellerin's got a big problem on his hands. I'll just see myself out.
Yeah, you take 1d4 psychic damage. So Maeve's roll is done. Dasan, very surprisingly, she was wearing kind of baggy clothing before, and she was kind of wearing a little bit of a cloak. You see her throw back her cloak, and you see like a short sword and a dagger. She kind of like takes them out, like crosses her hands and takes them out, and then like makes a fucking run at Bellerin. Anything for my lord! And is like, she needs to make... Oof, fails that. So she is poisoned for 1 round, so just this round.
That girl is poisoned.
So she runs towards... She's poisoned, so she has disadvantage on attacks.
I thought Dasan was a they.
Or they. I'm so bad at that. I should just not do it probably until I'm better at
They,
it.
them, there, man.
So they are going to make 3 attacks. First one with a dagger. It's a natural 1, whiffs. The next 2 are with a short rapier. That's definitely gonna miss. And then the last hit, I believe hits, and it's going to do 1d8. It's now out. I gotta give myself too many things to do. I've got too many characters on the board. This is an awful choice. I made a mistake.
I mean, he could just give up and save you a lot of trouble.
All right, it does some damage. You do notice that her strike, while it hits and like cuts through his flesh, it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you think it would. It's a much smaller wound for like how hard they stabbed him. So it is now Allison's turn. Quick, guards, fight for your stone lord! She's going to stay at a distance, but you do see she pulls out some of these small little, like almost like
Shurikens?
I was gonna say shurikens, but it'd be more like darts. She pulls out these darts, like from her hair, and like pop, 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 throws 3 of them. But she does need to roll for if she is poisoned. She's poisoned for 1 round. That's a miss. Attack is a miss. The last one hits, doing some damage. Like out of one of them, she keeps on coughing and having to like hold back her coughs, so she's not really doing as well as she should with her damage. But 2 missed. 1 was able to actually hit Bellerin, and then it is now the guards' turn. 2 of the guards are going to make some very quick Constitution checks because they're so close to this defiling smear. 1 passes, 1 fails, so 1 is poisoned for 3 rounds. So, spurred on by their leader's words, all the guards are going to run at the big boy. So 2 of the guards are going to run forward that were guarding you guys, going to run forward, and they're going to go make their attacks. They're all going to like try and surround him, and they're going to make their iterative attacks, so I'm just going to go ahead and roll that. As like all of these guards come together with their clubs and are starting to like beat on his body, trying to like subdue him. So like some of these club strikes are like kind of, you can see that they're hitting, I guess, this thing's flesh, but they are kind of bouncing back almost ineffectively, like he's wearing, like his hide is tougher than it seems. Mm-hmm. Out of that, like only several small strikes seem to land with any amount of purchase. They're all kind of like crowding around it, trying to beat him back as much as they can, and they're as much getting in their own way as they are like helping each other by being so close and supporting each other. Only a little bit of damage. He's like taking some damage, but not as nearly as much as you would think from that kind of harrowing attack. He seems to be deflecting a lot of these blows. All right, finally, Locke, it is your turn.
So now that I've grown in size, am I in the zone of influence?
No, not yet.
Of this dude's?
It's only on the start of your turn. So if you move towards him, you won't have it immediately. It's just on the start of your next
And then
turn.
what are my allies doing?
I'm concentrating on The spell, yeah.
Is Maeve still behind me? Okay. And then Edmund is...
I haven't done anything yet.
I kind of want to just take a defensive stance in order to figure out what exactly is going on here. It's not like I have time to plan out with my party what we do.
Yeah, it'll kind of happen pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in big smashy boy form, so...
I just don't know which side of this conflict I
You
wanna
guys are still
smash.
on the fence about where this is going.
I'm on the fence, at least.
Oh, I mean, I'm not. I'm killing that beast. He has got to go.
Alright, well, I'm going to draw my
Shiny boy.
new shining sword. I guess I need to know what
It's a normal
the
long sword,
attributes are in order to...
but it is silvered,
Okay.
so it is of it's just a very much nicer sword.
I thought it was versatile.
Versatile is different than finesse, though.
Yeah, the finesse is you can use your dex. Versatile is you can hold it with two hands if you want it.
Okay, so I will make the attack against Beastie Boy.
All right, you will have advantage on the attack because he is most def, flanked by multiple people attacking. He's distracted by the amount of attacks. So you roll with advantage.
So I got a 17 plus 4, 21.
That definitely hits.
And then a D10
Plus the D4.
Plus 4.
Plus a d4.
Yikes. 13 total damage.
Your thundering form kind of rolls over, and like the weapon is grown to match your like size. You come over both hands, and you kind of strike down in the middle of the group, cleaving into Bellerin's flesh, and you see his face like whip around towards you. Betrayer! And you actually see, like, you notice that other people's weapons seem to have a lot of difficulty like piercing his flesh and seeming to do damage. You notice that you don't have that problem at all. Like, it cleaves straight through like a big fleshy part of his arm, and it's like through butter. He actually like recoils in pain. You seem to have done a decent chunk of damage to him.
Nice.
That's Locke's turn. Edmund, it is now your turn.
I shall rush forward with my rapier drawn, and I shall poke the beast with the pointy end.
All right, yeah, it's a little crowded, but you can make it into a place where you're like kind of got him.
Ooh. Sorry, that's a natural 20.
Nat 20.
You know what? I'm gonna dump a divine smite into this.
Hey, don't forget the D4.
So I'm rolling a D8, a D4, and then 2D8 after that.
The physical damage will be halved. Lump together the D4 and the D8, but the divine smite is separate.
So I rolled an 8 on the D8 and a 3 on the D4, so that's 11 times 2. Plus my dex mod is... I add 6 to the damage because I have dueling.
So only the original damage dice is doubled on a crit. The giant stuff isn't. So it's 16 plus 2, so 18, plus...
Wait. Sorry, hold on. It is a D8 and a D4, right? We don't
double the D4.
Double the D4. Okay, so it's 16 plus 3 on the D4, plus 6 is 25.
25, and that's half.
But that doesn't. That 6 doesn't get doubled.
So double. It's just the yeah. So it's this. Yeah, the modifier doesn't get doubled.
So that's 25, and then my divine smite
so that's
on
12
top
points
of
of damage. Jeez Louise.
5 and 6, 11, another 22 points of radiant damage.
So you add that, he's like, your attack's barely, as like this big influx of radiant energy as you like come forward and like stab him. And at this point, as a giant, your rapier is as big, like width-wise, as a longsword is. So like it pierces through his shoulder, and you have a lot of difficulty getting in there. You make a little bit, so it only goes in a couple inches. He's like, your attacks are... And he's like overwhelmed with this like glowing wall of light, and you see that it did a lot of damage to him, like a lot.
Pouting. Boom.
But that is your turn.
Yeah,
Now
that's my
back
turn.
to Bellerin. What is Bellerin gonna do? He's returned. His best friends betrayed him.
I would like to point out that I am still battling with this decision internally.
Internally, but you still got him. You fucked up his day, so he's gonna make 2 attacks on you, Sir Edmund. You really like fucking got him. Natural 15 plus 7, so 22.
That'll hit.
Shit. So you take 19 piercing damage, followed by 10 points of poison damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
Are you still up?
Nope. I am down.
And then kind of like ripping around towards you, Locke. He's going to take a mad swipe at you with his claw.
Okay.
Misses though. It's a natural 2.
Get fucked.
And then he's going to, I guess, stay put because he's surrounded by people. Back to Maeve. What are you doing? You see your buddy Edmund just like fucking drop after getting like his throat. So what the Bellerin does, he kind of like a little bit claws up to Mr. Blackwood and just like bites a solid chunk from his clavicle and just like spits it out across the room. And you see your friend like at first take the damage, and then like his body starts to convulse a little, and then he just drops to the ground as the poison damage takes effect. And now he's wounded. He's like, you can tell there's like a skittery kind of like primal like fight or flight thing happening with Bellerin, and he is gonna like, if he's gonna die, he's gonna take out as many people as he possibly can.
How far away am I away from Locke?
So Locke moved forward, so you're about 30 feet away from Locke.
Okay. I'd like to move 30 feet so I'm behind Locke.
Okay.
And, tell me if this is, like, too much. I'd like to reach into his bag to take a health potion and then mage hand it over to Sir Edmund.
I think it would be to search through somebody else's bag. It'd probably be an action. Then mage hand is also an action.
Yeah, okay.
So you can get the potion in hand.
Okay. I'm going to take the potion with the not red one.
Okay.
And I guess that's my turn then. And I'm still going to concentrate on enlarge reduce for what's his name?
Okay. Yeah, for your buddy Locke.
Yep.
It is now Desan's turn. Seeing the advantage, they are going to try and do all their attacks. No longer poisoned. It's their turn. Allison's turn. All out of darts to throw. She is going to hide behind and try and spur on her guards. Guards, he's close to death. Kill my brother. Desan came up, kind of like threw in a few hits. They were able to fight off the influence of the poison. But these guards are all starting to succumb and coughing into their cloaks and stuff, trying to hit out with their maces, but seem to be having a lot of difficulty. So this big mob of guards are like trying to clamp down on this guy as much as they can, but what few do make impact are not doing a ton of damage. Though it's keeping him harried, it's keeping Bellerin like on his toes, he's having to dodge around and move. He's having a hard time keeping, turning an advantage in on this fight. Locke, it's your turn.
Guess I'm gonna be attacking him one more time. Do I still have advantage or no?
Yeah, you have advantage.
23.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
Am I still enlarged?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Wow. Okay, so 10 plus 4 plus 2, 16 damage.
Shit, man. So you like lop into the side. So you bring up the sword again, just massive form to slice through. You actually like cleave off part of his arm, and you see that arm like when it comes off, you carve off his like left arm. It just like falls to the ground and immediately turns back into that of a human. And you hear him like howl out in pain. I will not fall. He seems really hurt, like in a very critical stage. Edmund, if you wouldn't mind making a death saving throw.
Okay, you still cool with me messaging you? I think it's more fun that way.
Yeah, you can just message me. It is now back to Bellerin. He is going to kind of start laughing. And at that kind of like loud scream, his sister kind of turns the corner to see what's happening. He points out his finger and he casts a spell upon her. Oof, nat 20. So for a moment, he's like, I will have my revenge one way or another. And he points his finger and this like, this is getting a message from Josh. And like this kind of wave of force kind of spews out of it, and you see this kind of like sickly green ray fly at her. And for a brief moment, you see her flesh start to like tear and rip, and then she kind of is able to like no, and like it before the spell completely takes over, she dodges out of the way, and you see her flesh kind of like come back to the way it was. Her skin is like the same way it was. It seemed like he was about to do something really fucked up to her. So, at that, he kind of like half hops, half drops back into the hole underneath the throne. Oh wait, Locke, did you do a poison saving throw?
Oh no, I did not.
Can you go ahead and do that real quick?
What do I add to it?
It's a Constitution check. Or Constitution saving throw, sorry.
I got an 22.
Oh yeah, you're fine. So it would have been.
Do I have to do that? Because I'm behind Locke.
When you start your turn,
Okay.
This upcoming one, you will. He half hops, half like falls back. Everybody that is within 5 feet, including some of these guards and Dasan, will get opportunity attacks. So, Locke, go ahead and make an opportunity attack. I'm going to roll for the guards.
Is that again with advantage or just normal this time?
We'll say with advantage.
17.
All right, natural 17. 17 hits. So you and one of the guards hits. Dasan misses.
Okay. 11 plus 4, 15.
All right, yeah, you, how do you want to do this? As he falls backwards.
What's the throne situation looking like?
It's like lopsided and over, like a couple feet away. It was
never
like
mind,
tossed over, yeah.
I was gonna try to like knock him back onto the throne so that he would die, like sitting onto it.
Well, you can kind of do that. So it's very like cool and jagged, like very much like Daenerys's throne.
Well, no,
like
I meant like I wanted it to be upward, so he would like sit on the throne as he bled out.
Okay,
you know, like imagery and shit.
All right, but he's you could kind of halfway get it where he's like attached to the throne, or like he's on the side of the throne. So yeah, your big form, you're able to kind of swipe him as he's just beginning to fall down and try and retreat. You kind of like baseball swing, like hitting with the blunt side of your sword, just like swipe over at him, and he instantly just like gets pinged over to some of these jagged rocks that are jutting out of the throne, and some of them pierce his form, and he's just like trying to like push with his one arm, push off of it, and you see him like grasping towards the seat of the throne. It is mine. And you see his form to start to slowly dissipate as he turns back into a human. But yeah, that's that. That is Bellerin's turn. Maeve, it is still your turn.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I'm bringing that potion over to Edmund and pouring it down his throat.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Of course. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Yeah, so you're immune to the effects of the poop smear.
Why weren't we calling it that before?
Well, it's a defiling smear, but it might as well be a poop smear.
Yeah, it's a poop smear.
And you are putting that potion into Locke's body?
Not Locke's, Edmund's.
Edmund's body? Okay. So it was a bit of a funny thing I did with that one. I need you to roll on the wild surge table.
Oh, you motherfucker.
It's very surprising that it ended up happening this way.
Okay. Let's see what I get here. That is a 17.
What does 17 do?
I grow a long beard made of feathers that remain until I sneeze, at which point the feathers explode out from your face.
Oh, that happens to Locke. Or not Locke, that happens to Edmund, yeah. So Edmund, your unconscious body grows feathers on its face, and your unconscious body wants to sneeze, but unable to do so at this point.
He needs help over here.
Should I roll another death saving
No, it's
throw?
not your turn yet.
Okay.
Dasan, they are going to hold their turn as they kind of take in what's happening, and they're awaiting orders from the Queen. Allison, kind of recovering from the attack that was just about to happen, she actually rolled a natural 20 on her save, so she... it was going to be really fucked up. The spell was contagion, so it was going to be a really nasty fucking effect to her. She kind of like starts to ready herself and tries to like bring up on her thing. She stares at Bellerin, and then she starts staring at you guys. Kill these adventurers.
I fucking told you.
They know too much, they've seen too much, and they have been a thorn in my side since they arrived on this god-forsaken island. And then you see everybody else in the room kind of turn towards you guys. That's her turn. Thugs/guards, like taking in what they're saying, they're kind of weighing their options. Like, this was fucked up. They're not feeling so great. They're poisoned, almost all of them, for a decent amount of time. One guy just like sits down and is like fucking done. The other guy kind of lowers his mace. He's not sure about what to do, but two of them kind of rush forward to where you are, Locke, like jumping over the little hole. and they're going to make some quick attacks on you. So 2 hits total from these guys as they're trying to like swipe at you, but you are large and imposing, and they're trying to find an opening, and they're not quite able to find a lot of purchase because 2 of their hits miss or easily deflected. So yeah, 2 hits. They do 8 points of damage total to you in your large and imposing form. It is now Locke's turn. Your friend is passed out.
Who's closest to me?
You're pretty much right next to Edmund.
I don't suppose that just shoving a potion down his throat would do anything.
Yeah, it would heal. It would bring it back.
Oh, okay.
It's an action to do that.
Did Maeve already do that?
She gave a potion that was a weird one.
Yeah, but I used the wild magic potion.
You used the fizzy one?
Yeah, the fizzy
Yep.
one.
Oh, I was gonna do that. All right, I'll use a normal one.
It could have been a potion of poison. You guys don't know. Yeah, so you do that. It's I believe a minor healing potion, or what a regular healing potion is, 2d4 plus 2, right? Sounds about right. You can go ahead and roll. Whoever wants, either Edmund or you, Locke, can roll that.
What is it?
A 2d4 plus 2, I believe.
You want me to roll it? I got a 1 and a 4, so
5 plus 2,
Not
so
bad.
7. You get 7 points a hit. You are conscious. No longer have to worry about death saving throws.
I still have an action, right? Like if I don't move,
You have a bonus. If you have a bonus that you can do, because it's
I
an
can't
action.
just-
It's an action to feed somebody a potion.
right. But would this not constitute like if I didn't move, I could just shove another potion down his throat, or no?
I mean, it's just an action to feed somebody a potion. It's actually technically in the book an action to use it, but I like the bonus action on your if you were feeding yourself when it's a bonus action, but if you're feeding somebody else, it's an action.
Yeah, the way 5e treats it is you just have a bonus action, a regular action, and a movement action. And you've used your standard.
Okay. Well, I'll just is a bonus action to say just dropping the potion on his chest.
What do you mean? Like he's
I have a
unconscious, so he
second
can't
one.
use it. Oh, okay, yeah.
I just
I'm
want
sure.
to put it on his body.
You can drop the potion on his chest with a bonus. The
Boom.
second one.
There you go. That's it. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna just like stand up over his body so that nobody can attack him.
Kind of defending him. Okay.
Yeah.
Edmund, it is now your turn. You are awake, full of glorious intention.
I will stand up. I guess. And that's half my movement. And I'm just going to turn to these guards and just say, "Stop the violence. You don't need to do this. She's a fucking horrible monarch. Seize the reins of power. Just let us go."
Make a persuasion check.
That is an 18 plus 6, 24.
All right. 2 of them have already kind of given up. You see, like two of them just like drop their weapons. The ones that had already kind of like given up and just like sit on the ground and like lay down. The effect of the poison seems to be taking the toll on them. The one that was attacking, one of the ones that is attacking Locke, he kind of drops his weapon and just kind of like kneels and starts like just coughing uncontrollably. One guard though stays strong and is like, "I will never betray my lord." Just kind of like bows up for battle. You still have your action and bonus action, all that other stuff if you want to continue.
I am going to cast command on him, and I'm going to command him to flee.
Do a wisdom saving throw for him. It's a natural 11, but I don't think he has any modifiers for wisdom. He does not.
Then he would fail.
So he, on his turn, he will run away. Which is kind of funny.
And I have my bonus action. Can I bonus action
Yep.
take that healing potion? All right, I'll do that. That's
2d4 plus 2.
So 6. Okay. That's my turn.
Dasan is going to throw down her weapons. She's like throws the shit on the floor. She kind of screams out to Allison, "I can't do this anymore. It's not nice. I like to be nice. Why can't we just be nice? I'm so tired. So tired of the conniving. So tired of the planning. I can't handle it anymore. I want to leave. I want to get out of here. The beast is dead. Just let this place die. I'm done." And they start to walk, just kind of like exiting. Just like walking. Doesn't like really mind you guys and just is like exiting the fuck out of there.
It's a wise choice.
Allison starts like screaming out, "No, this is mine! This is my kingdom! It's my place! We had a family here! I protected everyone! You must kill these outsiders!"
You didn't protect your brother very well.
Shut your mouth!
Make me. And then I'm just gonna attack her.
She's like 30 feet away. She's kind of far, so you have to run up.
Rush up to her, yeah.
Well, it's also not your turn yet.
What do you mean? We're out of combat.
Oh, we're not out of combat. I'm going in turn order.
Everybody's talking.
Well, people can talk out of turn. I allow people to talk out of turn as long as it's pretty short.
I don't know. I felt like that monologue would have been distracting everybody, though.
But it goes from Dasan to Allison, so Allison was spending her turn to talk, if that makes it any easier.
Well, it's not my turn, so.
All right. The guards have basically given up, and we'll say that's the end of comment for right now. And like Allison is just starting to scream at everybody.
I sheathe my rapier and I dust myself off, and I just kind of lean over to Maeve and I say, "Come now, let's leave her to her kingdom of lies and dirt." And I walk away.
You must believe me. I am the one true ruler of this beautiful island. I will lead us into glory. Everything I have done is for the love of my people.
I start helping up the guards and using my own hands to patch up wounds. Okay. And walking them out.
Come back, you come guards, just help me, help your lord.
Come here now, dear boy, you feeling okay? And I start shaking him off. Just undermining her at every corner.
Everybody, you guys can make, if you're trying to help them out a little bit, just make some medicine checks as you're trying to assist and help at their poisoning.
Let's see, medicine.
I rolled a 3, so I'm not doing much helping, but I'm
you're doing small child helping. You're like, oh yeah, you'll feel better. You're patting them on the back.
Pat him on the head. Yeah.
I got an unnatural 20.
Yeah, so what did you get, Edmund?
14.
Oh yeah, so you get a feeling that if you move them farther away from where the defiling smear was, because it still seems to be active even though Bellerin is dead, you feel like they'll probably start to get better pretty soon if they're just away from this horrid fetid smell.
Yeah. And I'll just use a couple points of lay on hands, 1 or 2 points to just patch up wounds and make them feel, some little divine intervention there.
Thank you. I'm sorry about all of this. Sometimes duty can be truly distracting.
You're just doing what you were told to.
I suppose.
Duty is an honor to be.
You're really laughing at that?
And you've done well. You need not apologize.
And all through this, she's still screaming, I'm your lord. I'm from a great line of rulers, descending one to the next, unabated. I will not be the last.
God, I really wish I had silence.
Me too. I can silence her up real quick.
So what are we gonna do with her?
Leave her. She can be the queen of nothing.
I will be the queen of this island. I'll be the lord of this island as long as I see fit, and nobody and nothing will take that away from me. You see what happened to my brother. You will not take this from me either. And she starts to rush at you guys.
Are we re-rolling initiative or keeping the same one?
We're just she's just doing this. This is happening. We don't have to roll initiative for this.
I continue to leave. I just leave.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. You guys leave, and she kind of loses steam about halfway into the run, and just kind of falls to the knees and just starts fuck. No, it's mine. It's all mine. It's mine. This is my island. He couldn't have taken it from me. He can't take it from me. And you just kind of hear her kind of losing her fucking mind back there as you guys exit. So people are starting to kind of most of the guards don't actually know what happened. You see some guards on the flanks and on the walls, just kind of completely unaware that any of this stuff happened. But you walk out with the handful of guards, and when you guys exit, you see Dasan just kind of standing in the sunlight. Well, what time was it? Oh, it was at night, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it was midnight.
So we'll say that this all probably happened after 30 or 40 minutes. Not very quick. You see her kind of just standing in the night, staring up at the moon, taking just one deep breath after another.
I would like to approach Dasan and just... I'm sorry for my actions when we first met. I was a little rash, but you did the right thing in there.
It's hard to know what's right. You know, I guess there's a difference between what is good and what is lawful.
Yes.
I don't know. I tried to enjoy my place, and I can't say that I didn't like what I did. I mean, I was paid well, I lived well. At a certain point, I'd much rather see this place die than to be the one to kill it.
Why not make it better?
Well, you could be the one to save it, yeah.
I don't know if this place can be saved. So many people have died. I don't know if we can really replace it.
From the ashes, you can maybe either abandon this place and maybe lead the people to somewhere new, somewhere where they can have a fresh start.
I can tell you for sure that if you let Allison do everything, it's just going to end up exactly the same.
She wasn't always this bad.
She killed her brother, or thought she killed her brother, in order to take control. I think from the very get-go, she was not in the right mindset.
Maybe. I guess maybe. Does the servant really ever know their master well?
It's a question all who follow ask. But maybe democracy. Give that a try.
You just got America'd.
We all know what happens when you put things to a vote.
She kind of looks at you guys, and they kind of look at you and is like, I can't guarantee that what happened here isn't going to shed some negative light on you guys.
No, we imagined as much.
I can live with that.
There's just too much happened. It's just as much her fault as anybody else's, I suppose. I mean, I don't know about all of the deaths that happened in the square. I think you guys are going to have to come to terms with that. But if you want to if you want to help, I think probably the best course of action is if you guys just kind of left. And when you leave, just tell people that it's safe here again. Or at least it's safer. The people can come back. At least, the very least, ships will come and people can barter for passage out of here. I mean, hopefully, maybe, if things go well, maybe some people will stay and start fresh. There's a lot of... I think there's a lot of blood to wash off, but I don't know.
If you spread the news that the beast is dead, that should help get people more confident.
Well, I mean, you're the one with the ship, right?
I'm talking about to your own commoners, like, to motivate them to rebuild this island.
I can't blame them for wanting to leave here. And honestly, if given the opportunity, I think I'm ready to leave also. I know I said, yelled in there, but, I mean, this is my home, but maybe leaving is the best option. Maybe I should just get the fuck out of here.
Well, that's your choice, and you can do that.
And then we walk away.
You can choose for yourself instead of have to do what she says. You seem like you'd be a nicer leader anyways.
Hey, I appreciate that, little girl. Maybe. Who knows?
Anyways, any chance we could get some supplies so we can get out of here? Because I still feel like people don't like me.
That's probably a pretty solid assessment. I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I can bring some supplies to your boat, or have some people bring some supplies to your boat. I'll see if I can talk to some of the townspeople, and hopefully they won't give you too much trouble if you dock.
You should tell them not to come onto our boat, though, because we can't make any guarantees.
Okay, yeah, I mean, that's reasonable, I suppose.
Yeah, you guys thought the beast was bad. Oh, boy.
If you guys promise to, once you get out there on the open water and go to other places, to tell people that this place is clear, that this place is okay, I think everything will be okay. As long as you guys promise me that you can do that, you guys can do whatever you want.
We know just the guy.
All right, that sounds
Absolutely.
good. But yeah, I'll... Give me like an hour, and I'll... how much supplies do you think you need?
We're pretty low on food. I think we only have a day left.
Okay, I'll see what I can scrounge up. I'll meet you at your boat in like an hour.
Sounds good.
We appreciate it.
All right, and they take a very deep breath, and they sigh, and just kind of open the door, entering back inside, and they disappear. The guards just kind of disperse at that point. They're like taking off their arms and armor and just fucking getting out of there.
True.
Prudent decision.
All right, so what is your guys' next move? You going back to the boat?
I think,
Yeah.
Colt asked me to signal him. I can do that. Bring the boat in and then keep him just offshore so that people don't try to get on there and he doesn't make a snack out of them.
All right, nice. You after a short period of time of walking through the town, people seem pretty wary. They're giving you guys a wide berth, but you get to the dock and you have a chance to signal.
Okay.
Colt.
I'm going to cast Firebolt in the air in the pattern that he described earlier that I don't remember.
Okay. It was 3 quick and 2, or was it 2 quick and 3 short?
Okay, I'm going to do 3 quick and
Just 3
I'm
quick.
going to do it the opposite
Something
way.
like that, yeah. He doesn't move. The boat doesn't move.
Okay.
And
I fire an arrow.
you do hear a whisper. I saw an incorrect. I don't know what that signal means. Are you guys okay?
The beast is dead, and we're getting supplies. You should bring the boat over.
You've slain the beast?
Yeah, but it turns out the beast, and I look at the camera, it was inside us all along.
Colt takes 2 points of psychic damage.
Yep.
Colt brings the boat
I
around.
feel like we need like the Looney Tune wipe after that. Like, that's all, folks.
Colt brings the boat around. You guys can get on top or whatever. He's continued his work, kind of like carving in runes and doing like little dumb things. He started to like carve some runes on Belle's skull, on the helm, kind of decorating it up a little bit. What riches do we receive for this? For the slaughter of this beast? What deal did you strike?
Our lives and some food.
No gold, no rare jewels, nothing.
I think we've taken enough from this town.
I mean, we could always, take more. Really? What? I mean, just 70 people. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay. And I'm just going to kind of tune him out now.
So, my intrepid fellows, how was the battle?
Quick. Painful.
For some of us.
Ah, yes. A good, quick, clean battle. I expect just as much. I'm sure you stayed on your toes the entire time. You're quite fierce, Blackwood.
No reason to question that or the feather beard I have.
Yeah, I see you've got an interesting. You look slightly different than last time. Well, by chance, where did you get that very courtly beard? Was that also a reward?
I don't know. I just woke
for
up
the
with
best.
it.
Yes, I assume. It suits you. And, over the course of you guys kind of chill out and relax, kind of take that short rest. About an hour later, you see Dasan and like 2 or 3 guardsmen kind of carrying sacks. And a small cart kind of bringing up some stuff behind them. And they unload. And, it's a couple weeks worth of supplies, water, some also just like basic sailing supplies that might be useful. Things that tend to run out, like rope, stuff like that. And Dasan kind of walks up to Edmund out of their back pocket, grabs like a little sack of gold, and plops it in your hand.
Oh, what is this for?
It's not much. It's only about 100 gold, but I hope it helps.
We will put it to good use. Thank you.
And don't take this the wrong way, but I do hope that I don't see you guys for a very long time.
That's valid.
They kind of like pat you on the shoulder and just like turn around and exit. And they stop like right after the gangplank and are just tell people it's safe here now, please. Honestly
absolutely.
do not trust. I've taken a gander or two at the rafts they're making, and a lot of craftsmen people died first, so it doesn't look good.
Yeah, no, I would probably encourage them to not so hastily build them now that you have a little bit of breathing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and talk to him. But yeah.
Best of luck. If you need anything, just trust your instincts. They seem to serve you well.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And fair winds and calm seas to you. Good luck.
Adios.
And that, boys, is the end.
That camp.